often when we think about data capacity, we're just thinking about the technology. Well, if I just buy that one tool, then all of my problems are solved. And it's so much bigger than that. What you need in order as an organization to be data driven, what you need is actually, you need to make sure that your people are literate in the data and that you're forming diverse teams and that your programs and that your data literacy is not just focused on the data scientists, but across your whole organization as a continuum. What we learned at NSA when I was working there was that the best way for people to understand the value of data is when they're having to think about it from the way that they use it at their desk. So you don't have to teach them R or Python. Instead, you teach them about ways that they can leverage the data and the interesting questions they can ask about it. So the data literacy piece is really important. Then you want to think about the infrastructure and you want to think about what technology is needed that can make that data accessible. The relationship between the chief data officer and the chief information officer is absolutely critical in these types of situations because you need a strong IT infrastructure that can get the data into the hands of the individuals. So if there's competition or tension between the two that prevents that data from being accessible, then you're not harnessing that power and you're actually restricting it. Why collect it? And then you have to think about the policies that are put in place as well. Are your policies actually encouraging sharing and communication and collaboration around the data? So often because we haven't built the trust and understanding around what the data can do, we put policies in place that actually restrict in ways that prevent the data from being used in useful manners versus putting policies in place that can manage the situation to still be able to value that data. So I think if you, as organizations, and you think about your capacity building, you not only examine the technology, but you also examine your policies and you examine what you're doing to support the people using the data. That's where you really start to ingrain data into your culture and into your business making processes.